What's up, guys? Welcome to M&N's Kick Back and Chill. I'm your host, Dan YC, and we the only show where you can kick back, relax, and have some fun on this Friday afternoon in Midtown New York City. The weather's feeling warm, I'm feeling great, and I'm super excited for today because there's always a special guest stopping by, so it's only right we bring him out and have some fun. This is his third time on the Kick Back and Chill show. You've seen him on the reunion, you've seen him on Fragile Wildflower Productions series, and I'm super excited to bring him out because he has so much films coming out, not to mention he has his own brand called C-Mass Enterprise. Show some love for Charles Massey. My guy.
My brother.
Oh, man.
Been a minute. Good to see you.
Been a minute.
Yes,
How
sir.
you doing?
The thing is good, man. How about you? Enjoying this weather today?
Yeah, man, this weather's amazing.
Yes, sir. Looking slick. I like that.
Thank you, man. Man, I'm super excited, man. Let's just jump straight in. You know, it seemed like with this pandemic, you know, everything was taking a step back with the film industry, but it seemed like you was like constantly working. Zoom calls, joining SAG.
Right.
You know, but before we really dive deep, you know what I'm saying, what drew you to the love of acting?
Well, first of all, thank you for having me here today. Appreciate that. I always wanted to act, actually, like not full time, but wanted to dabble into it.
Yeah.
But you know, I'm a corporate America guy.
Yeah.
So it was just like one of those things where it's like, you know what, the new year's coming. I gotta have something else that I really love to do.
Yeah.
So I decided January 2019, I decided to get into acting.
Oh, wow.
29 and a half years in corporate. Fast forward 6 months later, they let me go.
I'm
2 months shy of my 30th year, but I was already in this. So 1 foot in, I just put the other one in. 2 feet in, man, and let's go. And that's the way it went.
And that's amazing, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I feel like, you know, nowadays, you know, with so many people having production companies, especially within black actors, I feel like black actors, actresses, and even black producers, they really shifted the culture within this film game, like really showing people like you don't need to wait on people. You don't have to wait for a casting director or anything on backstage.com. You know, you can easily create your own wave and then show and display your work to these producers and directors when they can.
Absolutely.
You know, talk about some of the series, you know, because we had you last time, you know, in season 2 for Fragile Wildflower Productions, you know.
Correct.
Talk about, you know, how did you get involved with that?
Okay, well, shout out to Courtney and the whole crew and whatnot for that.
Courtney,
I appreciate that. It was just one of those things where, you know, I was involved with the Hip Hop Film Festival.
Okay.
So that's where a lot of my network actually came from for the acting. So I was working with the woman, C.R. Capers, who was the founder. And she took me on. I kind of see what everybody was doing, made my connections there, and me and Courtney hit it off. You know, her energy is crazy.
Yeah.
So
everything got to be like,
absolutely, but you love that. You know, and I was new to the game and whatnot too, so I loved her energy, and you know, that's how that came about with the Fragile Wildflower. So I'm looking forward to that Prospect series dropping soon on Black Oak TV.
Black Oak TV, okay,
that's right.
cool. Congrats to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Not just always acting in New York, always doing stuff in Atlanta. It seems like Atlanta's the Black Hollywood, right?
Has
it's another big market, you know. You definitely did a film out there. Talk about, you know, how that came about. Was this your first film doing something outside of New York? Yeah,
actually it was. So as of like last October, September, whatever it was, I started going down there because, you know, it's so much work. Like I said, Black Hollywood, Tyler Perry, everybody else. And it's a movie on Emmett Till's life. So it's called Till. That was my first film. And that was done like right outside of Atlanta.
Yeah.
So Whoopi Goldberg produced that, and she also plays the grandmother in that. And so I got a role as a reporter.
So you was around her?
I missed her by 2 days. She had to get back and do The View.
Man.
So I missed her by 2 days, but I was there with the young lady Danielle Deadwire. She plays the mother. She actually played in The Harder They Fall. She was the one with the short haircut. Was bullying everybody.
Yeah.
She's an amazing actress, amazing, seeing her up close. So her and Frankie Faison plays her father in the movie. So I got to play a reporter, and that was a great experience.
Dope.
Tough to deal with because, you know, during those days, and then we had like courtroom scenes, so they were using the N-word, you know,
it's hard to really deal with that.
I felt like I was really back there. The way they were saying it. I know they were acting, but were they really acting? You know? Oh man, so
I understand. Tough. Somebody call you that, it's like you get rage, and it's like
absolutely.
We're not gonna think of that. We're not gonna think about that. You know, let's talk about, you know, back in 2020, COVID hit, the worst theater. You know what I'm saying? The entertainment industry was at a standstill because it wasn't essential.
Yes.
But it felt like you was still working. You was writing. You was, I think at the time, you was a non-SAG, correct me if I'm wrong?
Correct.
You wasn't SAG, but you was still doing extra work for like Godfather of Harlem and different films along the way. You know, talk about the process. Do you feel like a person should be SAG in order to get roles, or do you feel like they can stay there until, like, what is the process of becoming SAG?
Okay, so for me, I was non-SAG, of course, non-union, but you gotta appreciate the love and the spirit that, comes with that, because you're just starting out, trying to get to those big roles, but you also need to be SAG in order to get to the level that you want to. That's the way I feel, because they're gonna take you more serious. That's when the talent agents come around, unless you just got impeccable, your skills are just off the chart.
Yeah.
But that's what's gonna happen. So I was non-SAG for a while, and I became SAG actually this past October, November.
Congratulations.
Thank you. But Godfather Harlem is what got me there.
Really? So how's the process? So you just have to star in multiple times?
So the booking was for 3 days, and they were giving SAG waivers. So in order to join SAG, one of the ways is to have 3 waivers. So I was lucky to book that for 3 days, and they kept me as the bartender. So after the bookings for those 3 days, anytime there was a scene at Club Geechee, I was the bartender. So I did like 5 episodes altogether.
Oh man, and did you have a speaking role in that one?
No, but it's funny because Giancarlo Esposito was trying to get me to speak. So there's a scene where he leaves Mamie, and the older white gentleman, he comes over to the bar to get drinks. So every time we would get close to the end of the scene, he would say something, I would say something back. So he would give me $1 for a tip. I'd be like, thank you, sir. So we were playing games, but they never kept that, in there and whatnot. But I hope this season, once they start filming again, they bring me back, and I will have one. That'd be awesome.
Yeah. So is the waiver, 3-day waiver part, is that the only way an individual could enter SAG, or is there like other alternatives?
You can also have like a speaking role as a non-SAG person.
If they give that to you.
Yeah, if they give it to you. Yeah, and that's another way to join.
Oh, okay. Perfect. So, you know what I'm saying, being that you were still doing Godfather Harlem, you was also doing some Zoom interviews. I mean, it's not some interviews, some auditions, excuse me. And how was it? Because obviously, it feels weird, but I'm pretty sure you're not as nervous because you're not technically like person to person,
right?
With them. But let's talk about how that's been, because it seemed like you was getting stuff slowly but surely.
I definitely was working. A lot of auditions, a lot of workshops. A lot of acting workshops, online as well. Because you still got to keep your craft up. So even though if you weren't able to get the in-person one-on-one with the person, you still need to be sharp. So I learned a lot of little tidbits, especially from gentleman Jeffrey Blake.
Okay.
He actually was in season 1 of Godfather Harlem. He played Adam Clayton Powell's right-hand man.
Okay.
So he has a workshop he does 2-3 times a week. So he would always come on, have us, give us tidbits, but he'd also have a celebrity on. So he actually had like Giancarlo Esposito, Michael Beach, and a few other people on there like on a weekly basis, and they were just giving us the ins and out of the industry, and that was golden.
Okay, cool. Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Seems like, COVID dying down, things are slowly opening back up in the industry.
Yeah.
COVID vaccine, unfortunately, you know what I'm saying? It seems like, now you're like getting booked like you're right. Like it seems like ever since we, when we have conversations on the phone, you're stating that you now, like every 10 days, you have something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you now signed with an agent. Do you feel like you needed an agent in order to get these roles that you're getting now, or you feel like you could have got them on your own?
I feel like eventually I would have, but the agent is that's the faster course. There's nothing like having somebody to get you in the room as opposed to you fighting to get there and them not knowing who you are. So the agent that I have, she's originally from New Jersey, but she also is located out in LA. So she's on everything. I thought she was just like, when she would send me auditions originally, I thought she would find something and, hey, I got this for you, send it to me. But when she told me what she was really doing on a daily basis and like sent me the breakdown, this one was submitting me for like 3-4 things like on a daily basis. It was like a Rolodex of stuff for the month of like January, February. She was submitting me for.
Okay, you're good for this. You're good for
every
day.
Things. Like even recently, like The Best Man is now doing a series. So she submitted me for that recently, praying that comes through. Yes. So she had already done it, by the time I asked her. So I shout out to Terry Ward.
All right, cool, bro. We're gonna take a little quick break. We're gonna get more into this acting story, right? But when we come back, we're gonna talk more of the series that we're in. Plus, talk more about talent agency and more about the entertainment industry within itself. So keep it locked and stay tuned.